Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time, let's see, we got the classroom all done up. We started building a moat out front of the actual colony, given the fact that we now have a nice little mod all about turrets and such things, and we are working on researching those turrets. We're more than halfway done. Soon enough, we shall have ourselves what did appear to be minigun turrets, and that is basically going to be my favorite thing in the world, just saying. We also totally executed whatever his name was in here. I can't even remember. What? That'd be him. Miso. That's right. No, he's dead. He's a terrible person. He was a terrible, terrible human being. Deserved everything that happened. We didn't get to, like, burn him at the stake or anything, because apparently there's no mods for that. But, you know, we did close enough. Outside of that, the colony is just kind of continuing. What do we need to actually get done? What's a big, huge project? I mean, the ship is really the next big project for us to get going on. Is there anything else we can be producing here that we don't already have? Not really. Not really. Okay. So in that case, I think first and foremost, what we want to do is, you know, get the moat done, because that's kind of important. But we also kind of want to close this off because it just so happens that caves tend to be good breeding grounds for terrible insects. It's happened more than a couple times that I've been attacked by insect creatures by leaving a cave open. So, you know, we're just going to build a little door there and pretend as though this cave doesn't exist at all. Okay? This is some sort of, like, terrible death cave. No one is to go in it except for Steve. Steven is entirely allowed to go in there, and in fact encouraged to go in there, because if anyone's gonna die in a death cave, it's definitely gonna be Steven. Stinking Steven. I don't even know about that guy. Like, he's literally the most peasant thing out here. Well, I mean, okay, that's not really true anymore. I mean, Cherie was at one point the leader of the colony, but she is officially no longer the leader and has retaken her position as a disgusting peasant, because it just so happens that Cherie is either going to be leader of the colony or a disgusting peasant. I'm not 100% certain that she knew about that part of the agreement prior to actually starting a democratic system, but you know what, Cherie? Get over it. Wait, Cherie, do you have... Cherie does not have a vent into her room. Look at that. Oh, Cherie, you're going to die of some form of, well... You know, when I think about it, that's probably apt. It does appear to remain at like 17 degrees Celsius. That's not that cold. Like, you're not freaking out about that, are you? No. Looks like it's an acceptable heat there. And basically, if Cherie's a disgusting peasant, which... I mean, that's not really a question. No one's asking that question. Everyone knows that that's the case. I mean, it's probably in her best interest to remain in as low of a state as possible, just in case she, you know, gets some idea that, I don't know, she's, like, important or something, because, no, that's not so much the case, Cherie. Not in the slightest. Ooh, are we getting another assault rifle created here? How many of those did we set up? Jeez, we've still got the one over here that was being worked on by Squirrel, that apparently at this point, nobody actually wants to finish. I guess there was some sort of, like, agreement over, you know, Squirrel died. That was his last big hurrah. We're just going to leave it as, like, a monument to him. But, guys, you know, I would really like that assault rifle. I mean... I'm all about monuments to people. Generally, we need to build them, like, nearby to the person, like these. Oh, no. Seriously, Steven? Don't start fires, Steven. That's exactly what he's going to do. He doesn't care in the slightest. He's going to light everything on fire. Yeah, he's a pyromaniac, isn't he? How did I not know that Steven was a pyromaniac? I mean, that makes him all the worse of a person to me, because... I don't know if you've noticed, but pyromaniacs have been quite a problem in previous colonies, lighting things on fire and basically destroying all of civilization, as Steven is currently attempting to do. Steven, I appreciate your anarchist... Ooh, gun complex. Ooh, it's completed. What should we get next? Well, we do have rocket complexes that are up there, which, quite frankly, sounds amazing. But we've also... What does refining do? Oh, don't. That does chem fuel. We don't want that. Let's get mortars and then go for the rocket complex to see what that's all on about. And, I mean, given that we have this big space, we could build a whole mortar complex back here and have, like, artillery for the defensive line. I mean, we're not actually going to use that against a standard raid, but it could be useful. Okay. Oh, Wilkins is apparently absolutely gone berserk. Sorry, Wilkins. It was a psychic drone. We couldn't do anything for her. Steven, as I was going to say just before we set up some turrets, I appreciate your anarchist sentiments. I can understand why you might want to, you know, overthrow the entire system, given that you're a disgusting and absolutely filthy peasant. But if you could not do that, because if you do continue to do that, I will put you in front of, like, I don't know, a minigun and, like, blow you to pieces, because I can't even be asked. Look at that. A perimeter-mounted gun is designed to work regardless of if you have power or not, as long as somebody is manning it, never explodes. Oh, check that. Oh, boy, look at this thing. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, we need to redesign our entire defensive line around this particular structure. So, how are we going to do this? What are you doing, Wilkins? Do not kill our pig. You're going to get downed by a pig. You know that, Wilkins? Probably because you're more or less... Oh, you downed our pig. Wilkins, you're a scumbag. What a scumbag. Look at her. Anyway, okay. We need to do some planning here. So let's see. We need to get the planning dude out. Where's the planning? Where is it? Zones, orders. There we go. So I think probably a logical maneuver is to have like one on each of these little clusters, but we're going to have to make it slightly larger. So it was 4 across. So that would be 1. We'd have the defensive line coming up to there. And I think we'd want this 1 more out along the sides, so that'd be here. And then we'll just remove these plans. And we're going to need to expand these little structures into round about this size. That is actually a pretty big defensive plan. Okay, so, I mean, I guess if that's the case, we want to kind of push up the defensive line a bit to there. And then if we need a 4 section, we have another little defensive spot right along here. Yeah, that seems okay. I'm going to guess people can hide behind these gun complexes because they are pretty large. So I'm going to imagine if we set that up like, oh, we only need 3. Oh, that's significantly smaller. Oh, that is so nice. I'm going to imagine that's going to be a defensive position. I don't know if imagining it is actually going to make that the case, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. And we'll push that up right here. What is this? An herb world entrepreneur named Patricia Wilkins calls you from nearby. She's being attacked by raccoon men. She is 64 years old. Yeah, come on in, Patricia. You better not be incapable of violence. Okay, let's see who this is. She is a cave world tunneler. That is weird. Who apparently became an herb world entrepreneur. I'm going to imagine that she went into some form of probably shovel sales. She designed what was known as the quantum shoveler, which uses quantum computing to actually move the electrons in dirt out of the way instead of just shoveling stuff. So she became really good at that. Hence, she's excellent at mining, not only because, you know, she lives in tunnels, but also because of her quantum tunneling techniques. She's a pessimist and apparently abrasive. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna need to pick up an assault rifle. In the meantime, everyone is going to get to the defensive line because, you know, things are not gonna go terribly well if this doesn't work out. Bradley, are you bleeding at all? No? Okay, cool. Steven, you're getting on the defensive line too. Don't even. Oh, check it out. There's only 3 people. Oh, they're going to get torn to pieces. So we're going to get everyone into position here. It's a good thing we didn't start tearing apart the defensive line yet, or that would be slightly awkward. As they try to come in, and we're just like, oh, hello, construction. Nope, we are perfectly fine here. Patricia, you need to run like all heck. They are right on your tail. They got all melee weapons at this point. Yeah, gladiuses and shivs and such. Unfortunately, there's no moat along here, which is really unfortunate because this would have been the perfect time to see the moat in action. But, you know, there you go. Come on, get him, get him. Oh, guys, please do not shoot there. Oh, my word, I think they just shot Aiden. Take him down, take him down. Bobo's not getting away. Okay, so Stephen Longnose, go see if you can take down Bobo. Everyone else, you're free to go. That was a good defense. I'm going to level with you. You all did very brilliantly. And if you can just pick up all the dead stuff out here, that'd be great. Oh, that was a beautiful defense. Patricia Wilkins, you are no longer... is your name Wilkins? Not at all. That's not even a thing. Why'd I just call... No, she is Patricia Wilkins. Never mind. Huh. Wait, are you in any way associated with Wilkins the altruist? Like, seriously, do you have some sort of... Oh! Patricia Wilkins is Wilkins' mother. Well, there you go. There you go. Son is Lucas Blackjack Wakefield. Who the heck is that? I've never heard of a person like that. That is weird. Don't want to know who that is. Wilkins, your mother is now part of the colony. Good for you. Try not to be a terrible human being while your mother is here. Generally, that, you know, helps for morale and such things. But, you know, there you go. So we've got actually the first family in the colony is finally here. I mean, it's not as though it's a significant family. They're not going to create little, like, baby people and expand our civilization, but, you know, it's a mother-daughter combo, so it's something. It's something. We're getting somewhere in terms of an actual sustainable civilization in the long term. Now, as I was planning, we need to get this defensive system up and running. So we're going to expand these things out to here. And I think we'll convert these little clusters into just one directional thing. So we're not going to actually close them off. It's just going to be a little outcropping. And then we build this along here. And this should be our new defensive line. This is how it's going to go, people. And we're going to have gun turrets in it. It's going to be beautiful. So I think the first thing we want to do is actually get a gun complex or 2 set up. Probably 2. We're going to have 1 on either direction. And that, my friends, is the beginning of our new defenses. So we're going to need to do a lot more work on getting some components in, because we are quite low on components. So is there any compacted machinery in here? There is a bit, in the very least. We'll find as much as we can, and we'll get them to dig it out. There is also the component construction machine, which is going to do its thing and all that. But the faster... What the heck is this? Marriage is on. Fedocia and Wilkins accepted marriage proposal. At some point in the coming days or seasons, they will have their marriage ceremony. Oh, how nice. The first relationship in the colony coming to fruition. Oh, and that's so good because, like, Wilkins has Patricia, her mother, here. Oh, it's going to be like a legitimate marriage. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. Let's just try to make sure that everything doesn't get lit on fire prior to that occurring. Because, you know, given that this is RimWorld, there's more than a small chance that everything is going to be on fire by the time that there's an actual marriage ceremony. But we'll see. Fedocia, I'm gonna really try to make sure that there's no, like, terrible raids and that you don't get killed by muffalos. Fedocia, if you get killed by a muffalo right now, that would be hilarious. At the same time, absolutely terrible, but, you know, hilarious. You know, we really don't need more Muffalos. I appreciate the effort, but can you stop trying to tame the Muffalos, Fedocia? We already have, like... What do we have? 4 Muffalos? I think we have 4 Muffalos. No, we have 3. I mean, 3 still constitutes enough Muffalos. I don't know about you or how many Muffalos you think a society needs, but I'm fairly certain that 4 is, like, exceptional levels of Muffaloage. I don't know about you, but I don't see a purpose for any more. Ooh, a birthday? Oh, things are kicking off. Stephen has reached the biological age of 59. Unfortunately, Stephen is now frail. Stephen, you're a scumbag. Why would you do that, Stephen? Oh, and there's another lesson? Oh, this colony is just hustling and bustling right now. This is gorgeous. We're going to actually set up the new sandbags along that defensive line. Then we'll tear down the previous one as soon as it's done. But right now, everyone's just doing their thing. Why is this not done? Oh, is there not enough wood? Oh, yeah. There's no wood in the colony. That's a small problem. We're going to need to get wood into the colony. I was wondering why, like, these wooden floors weren't completed yet. That should allow us to actually get some wood in here. Oh, my word. This is what I call civilization. Like, I don't know about Rome and all that. I mean, people say that Rome is the pinnacle of civilization. I would say that whatever the heck this is almost certainly the pinnacle. Ooh, plasteel. Is that a plasteel club? Can we, like, smelt that down? Can we smelt a weapon? Well, we need to kind of suspend that and make sure that we get the right weapon. Melee weapons. We just want to do... Take to best stockpile. Can we do a specific item? I don't know if we can do a specific item. But we can exclusively have them tear down some clubs for this. So we'll have one singular club smelted down. And that should turn this plasteel club into into plasteel for the colony to use, which I think is going to be a heck of a lot more useful than having a plasteel club or even just selling it. Just saying. That's probably going to be some pretty decent resources right there. So how are these doing, by the way? Oh, those cost a lot of steel, don't they? I mean, we have a lot of steel, so it's not the end of the world, but 280 steel a piece? That is pretty significant. It's fine, people. Turrets are worth it. Turrets are worth it. Just continue to repeat to yourself ad infinitum. Turrets are worth it. Oh, my word. Oh, Wilkins, your left index finger's been bitten off. That's terrible. You know, now that they're actually, like, a couple, we're going to have to build, like, a double bedroom. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, this colony is going places. Mental days. Oh, Wilkins, please don't die. Please don't die due to a mental daze or get an infection or something. She was bitten by a pig, like, numerous times. So that is, like, amazing infection potential right there. That is pretty bad. I'm sorry, Wilkins. You're going to die. This is where it all ends, Wilkins. I'm sorry. All of civilization cannot save you from a pig bite. How unfortunate. Anyway, have we actually dug up any components yet? I don't even know if I can check that. It's going to be kind of hard. I mean, is there anything in here? There are, in fact, components in here, so we have dug up something. Okay, that'll get done soon enough. Bradley, you finishing that up? Nice job. Build complete, smelt weapons. Okay, we did, in fact, I think we got some plasteel out of that, I'm going to assume. I didn't really see the plasteel come, but, you know, when you smelt down a plasteel club, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't expect to get much outside of plasteel out of it, but, you know, I'm not judging anything if it's going to create, like, I don't know, corn. I don't know why a plasteel club would make corn, but you know what? Plasteel clubs are going to do what plasteel clubs are going to do. Oh, look, the chalkboard's done. Oh, nice. So learning speed factor is increased by 25%. That's good. And we have a legitimate classroom with an actual, like, board and stuff. Like, the classroom board is, like, the most important thing that you can have in a classroom. It's absolutely key. Oh, Bradley, are you good? Do you have enough components? Please, Bradley, please say you have enough components to finish this gun complex. Oh, please. Oh, he's going out to get more components. Oh, thank goodness. Do it, Bradley. I want to see this done. Oh, come on. This is it. We're gonna see this completed, and then we're gonna close it off. But let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Can we get someone on this? Cherie, can you get on this? Man steel gun complex? Cherie, can you man it from the other side? Man steel gun. Did we put this on the wrong direction? Oh, but we put it in the wrong direction, didn't we? Oh. Oh, that's awkward. Well, I mean, that's pretty good. That is apparently what our guns are going to look like as soon as we, you know, put it in the proper orientation. I don't think... Did these have They did. I apparently put it in the completely wrong position. I don't know if this one is in the wrong position or not, so I'm going to fix that ASAP. There we go. That should work. Anyway, okay, that's what our defensive line is going to look like. It's going to have tons of machine guns. It's going to be beautiful. But anyway, now that we've come to the completion of that, that will be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will finish up... Oh, Sow? Why is a Sow picking that up? I don't want a Sow to pick that up. I want him to install that immediately. What a disgusting Sow. Anyway, next time we will continue to finish up the defensive line, as well as getting prepared for Wilkins and Fedosia's nice little marriage there, and we'll set up a room for them and stuff, and they'll live happily ever after, and eventually probably one of them will die due to being shot by someone in the colony, because that's how most people die around here. And it'll be really sad, but, you know, before that ever happens, we're gonna have a really happy, like, marriage ceremony, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be worth it. I don't know. You know, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.